Blog Talk Radio. Another episode of Too Lit Tuesdays right here on Endie Fiya with your girl Nakia. Man, yo, look, let me start right off top. Let me tell you how May is going to go down, all right? Y'all know we had to change our schedule times completely due to, my work schedule changing dramatically due to COVID testing and me being with the New York State Department of Health and Department of Labor now, right? Look, I can't do this next month. I thought it was going to work, but I get off work at 9 o'clock, and then I rush into the studio to do this at 9:30, and I can't do this. Like, I'm exhausted. I'm tired after hearing stories all day from, people trying to get tested, and I'm tired. I can't do this. So this is how it's going to go down for the month of May. When we initially started 4 years ago, we were only on Thursday nights. For the month of May, we're going back to Thursdays, okay? Because I don't work on Thursdays, all right? So we're going to go back to Thursdays. We're going to go back to our original time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to come back on, let me see, I think it's 2 Saturdays. We agreed 2 Saturdays for the month of May as well, okay? We're still going to give you Motivational Mondays at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Monday mornings, and then New Music Mondays at 8 p.m., because, they're pre-recorded, so we're going to give you those as well. But Mondays and Tuesdays, I can't do that shit, okay? I'm not as young as I used to be. I can't do that. So Thursday nights, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then, let me see, it's May the 9th and May the 23rd. Those are Saturdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? All right? I'm sorry. Y'all got to work with me. Cool. Y'all know on Tuesdays we do Travel Tip Tuesdays, right? But ain't nobody traveling. Well, you shouldn't be. You should be on lockdown like I am. So the most, you should be traveling is from the window to the wall, your kitchen, your bedroom, living room, that type of thing. All right, so we've been talking about, some different tips that you can take to cope through this pandemic. Tonight I want to talk about something that is very dear to me. I don't know if you saw just yesterday, I posted, and, a lot of people posted it, how an emergency room doctor who was, in charge of, the ER committed suicide. She tested positive, and she was on, her quarantine in VA, but just from having to deal with everything that she saw, it was just too tolling on her. And I've been saying this all along. Just like I said, the stories that I hear mentally and physically, they affect me. I can't even imagine having to see people. She said, her father said that she said before people would even get into the emergency room, they were dying. And seeing this day in and day out was too tolling on her, and she committed suicide. And so I want to talk about how you can cope through this pandemic when you already deal with anxiety and you already deal with stress and you already deal with fear and worry, ways that you can cope, all right? First of all, you need to be able to understand your anxiety and understand what's going on. We all know that this is a very, very frightening time. And through the midst of this pandemic, there's cities and there's entire countries that are shut down. Almost every area is affected by the coronavirus. And so There's so many uncertainties that are going on in the world right now. It is best that we stay informed, all right? Stay informed, but don't obsessively check the news because that can heighten your anxiety and your fear and your stress, all right? Don't check the news. Like, you don't got to get up, check the news. You don't got to the next hour check the news, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you have alerts on your phone that every time, like I do, every time something happens, ding, you're like, oh, that happened. Ding, oh, that happened, you know what I'm saying? So tone down on those alerts. Stick to trustworthy sources like the CDC, like WHO, that's the World Health Organization, and your local or public health authorities. And again, limit what you check. Limit the updates that you check. Feel free to step away from the media, all right? Because we've seen pictures where, you know, they'll post like something that happened in Italy and then something that happened in New York, and it'd be the same picture, and you'd be like, wow, that really happened? You know what I'm saying? So feel free to step away from the media. Feel free to talk to somebody that you know is also a reliable source. You know what I'm saying? And I'll use as an example myself. I do taxes. I'm a certified tax professional. People are so up in airs about their stimulus check. Don't go talk to, you know, your next door neighbor who got their stimulus check and they're going to give you advice about, you know, this is what you probably should do and this is what you could have done and blah, blah, blah. Talk to somebody who, you know, they can provide accurate updates for you, all right? Focus on things that you can control, okay? Things like washing your hands frequently, avoiding touching your face, staying home as soon as, you know, as much as possible, avoiding crowds, keeping the 6-foot distance between you and other people, getting plenty of sleep, all right, because that helps to support your immune system, and then following the recommendations of the health authorities. All of this can assist with your anxiety and your stress and the feelings of fear that you may have. Plan for what you can. Write down things that are bothering you and that are worrying you. Make a list of possible solutions that you can think of. Focus on concrete things that you can problem solve or change. And after you evaluate all of your options, draw up a plan of action. Right? When you're done, set it aside. Resist the urge to go back to it until you need it or your circumstances significantly change. Those are my tips for how we can all deal with the coronavirus pandemic and feelings of stress, anxiety, fear, and depression. All right? And if all else fails, y'all go get a bottle of wine. Y'all know how I do. All right? I'm super excited to have my guest here with me this evening. Y'all know I love connecting with people, right? And people that I can talk to on a daily basis, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I talk to guests and it's just for the show. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I talk to guests before the show, after the show. I like connections like that right there. And this guest right here is one of those guests. Like, we've been chopping it up for the past, 2 or 3 months, you know what I'm saying? Every day he check on me to make sure I'm good, or I check on him, you know, his family, make sure they're good. I feel like we're already family, we're already connected. And, you know, once you're on the show, you're family anyway. So I feel like his people, you know what I'm saying, we're already family. I'm talking about hip-hop artist Wayz Da Don. He was born in my place, Queens, New York, raised in Palm Beach, Florida. Wayz moved to Atlanta, Georgia in 2005 and began artist development. He formed Muscle Incorporated, or Muscle Inc., with rapping partner Woody Kane, and they named the group Rawlife, which now goes by Rawlife Entertainment. In 2011, Wayz hit the scene with his debut single, Sushi, featuring Woody Kane. Rawlife Entertainment dropped 2 albums, The Raw Report in 2013 and Jefe El Fuego in 2016. While working on Jefe El Fuego, Wayz Da Don made his acting debut on a webisode called Queenpin, in which Wayz played the role of a dirty detective named Detective Barnes. Shortly after the webisode, he started working on his solo project, The Bosses Roundtable, which is available on all music app stores. The singles off that album include Keep Grindin, Feelin Lit, and Bills. He is currently working on new material and is dropping singles throughout 2020, with the first being Coco. Y'all heard that. That's in rotation on New Music Mondays. a slow vibe for the ladies featuring Micahfonecheck. Make sure to stay tuned to catch all Wayz Da Don has in store. Endie Fiya listening audience, I present to you this evening my very, very special guest, hip-hop artist, Wayz Da Don.
Yo, what's good? What's good, famo? How you living?
What's happening? What's good? How you doing?
I'm blessed. Just getting off work, you know what I'm saying? Right on time to catch a vibe with you. Yeah.
Yeah, you too?
Yeah. Essentially grinding.
I need a hot shower and like 2 glasses of wine, and then I'll be good. I don't know about you, but I'll be good.
I ain't mad at that.
I want to first off say thank you. You could have been anywhere this evening, you know, especially just getting off work. You could have been anywhere this evening, but you're here giving so freely of yourself and your time to be able to kick it with me, my listening audience, you know, sharing all about yourself and why it is that you do what it is that you do, and continue to stay passionate about the things that you do. So thank you for being here with me this evening.
No doubt, and I thank you also for having me and creating a stage for us to get on, you know what I'm saying, and we can get busy.
You are so very welcome. All right, so I just want to jump right in this and let's backtrack just a little bit. I know a lot of my artists that I have on the show, you know, they have a story about their beginning, you know, where it all started for them. And a lot of them were rooted in the church, you know what I'm saying? They sung in the church choir, or the grandmother drug them to church, you know, every Sunday or every Friday night, or, you know what I'm saying? They have some type of foundation in the church. What was it like for you? Where did you get your foundation or your start?
Well, you know, my family is originally from Haiti, so we grew up Catholic. My grandmother was a big advocate at church, kind of started off a little bit attending Catholic church. I was doing a little Catholic school and all that good stuff too. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I just had to. I was like, you know, I was a child, so I had to kind of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nah, you good. Kind of didn't have a choice, you know what I'm saying? But
I'm gonna tell you.
You know,
I'm gonna tell you in a minute while I laugh. But go ahead.
I got you. But yeah, but overall, you know what I'm saying? I come from hard-working family. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like you don't work, you don't eat, you don't expect any rewards. You know what I mean? So I've taken that and applied that to my life and how I move. You know what I'm saying? My mother is one of the hardest working women that I know. You know what I'm saying? My mother's been calling her own shots. My mother's does cosmetology. She's been her own boss for over 20 years. Cosmetology put dinner on our table. You know what I'm saying? My father who raised me, he was doing security at one of the major hotels in South Florida. You know what I'm saying? And he's also has a military background, so very stern, led with his actions. If I made him talk too much, I know I messed up somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But overall, I'm just, you know, like I said, man, just growing up with strict Haitian parents, you know what I'm saying? I didn't understand it then, but, you know, as I'm a man now and, you know, I'm a husband, I'm a father, and a lot of things that they instilled in me put me in position to survive and provide for now today. So, you know, again, nothing crazy, just hard working, and don't be scared to go out there and get it, and don't take no for an answer. So that's basically my upbringing right there.
True that. I hear you.
Nutshell.
So let me tell you why I laughed. Though. So my father, rest his soul, he was Puerto Rican and Cuban. So he was brought up, you know, Catholic. So I know all about having to go to Catholic school and all of that. Yeah. I just had a flashback. I had a flashback of the uniforms.
Oh, I got you.
When you said that, yeah, I just had a quick flashback. So, all right. So how would you describe your musical style?
Good question. My musical style, I like to say unpredictable. on the strength of I just like to keep the listeners guessing. I try to play around with different concepts so I'm not boring you with the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to challenge myself, step outside my comfort zone, and my concepts are some are basic, some are things that will create a conversation amongst whoever was listening to that song. So overall, I'll just say unpredictable, assertive, straight to the point, and I feel like my flow demands attention, which plays in my favor because you're going to tune in and you're going to want to hear what I say also. So, and I'm just confident in what I do.
I love that answer because I think a lot of people, when asked that question, they don't give it much thought, and they answer it incorrectly. We keep moving, but they answer it incorrectly.
Right.
They talk about their genre and not their style, and they just that question just completely goes over their head. When you're writing your lyrics, are you writing what your listening audience wants to hear, or are you bringing, real life scenarios that have either affected your life or, people that you know? How do you write?
It's kind of a little bit of everything what you just said, kind of in the pot. But at the end of the day, it got to feel good to me before I present it to you. You know what I'm saying? So my thought process when putting the record together, it kind of just starts with the track, with the beat, you know what I'm saying, by itself. And, once I've done bear hug the track, after I listened to it about a good million times and I'm actually ready to write, I just kind of let the beat direct me, if that makes sense, you know what I'm saying, along with the concept. And then I just kind of, let nature take control and go from there. And if my engineer don't like it, you'll never hear it. So other than that, that's basically my main approach. I just try to have the clearest mind possible. And yes, I do think about those who are fans and who follow my music, and I also dig into myself. And I try to lean more towards storytelling and just reality music because I feel like how music is right now is a whole lot of replicas. Everybody's kind of scared to be themselves. You know what I mean?
Woo!
So and
yes.
and it's like I had told somebody else earlier, like music to me is like food. I'm more of a home cooked meal guy than a microwave TV dinner guy. You see what I'm saying? With the home cooked meals, you got leftovers, and sometimes the food tastes better day 2 than it did day 1.
Right.
And what I mean by that is you can go back and listen. I can go back and listen to an album that dropped 10 to 15 years ago. Like one of my personal favorite albums is Nas Illmatic. So I could play Nas Illmatic right now, and it'll feel like it just got released today.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Because it's still fresh, and you know what I mean. And when you do it right, it'll last forever. So that's my approach on my music. I want to give out home cooked meals, not TV dinners.
Why do you think so many artists now are trying to follow that cookie cutter, stereotype? They're so boxed in. Nobody wants to have their own. They set forth their own ideas. Nobody wants to be set apart from anyone else. They all want to sound the same. They all want to look the same. They all want to act the same.
Right.
They all want to do the same. Just nobody wants to be set apart from anyone else. Why do you think artists now are like that?
I agree. This is all assumption, because I don't have that issue. I just think a lot of artists the ones that go that route, they kind of start that lane clogging. I don't think they know who they are themselves yet. And also doing what somebody else does, they're optimistic that it could work for them also. And sometimes that's not the case. What works for Jay-Z don't work for Nas and things of
Right.
that nature. And that a lot of upcoming artists need to understand that. And it's just easier to be yourself because nobody can be you but you. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing yourself a service trying to be the next Moneybag Yo. We don't need the next Moneybag Yo. We got that already.
Right.
We got a Yo Gotti. We got Hov. We got Nas. We got, you know what I'm saying, whoever your favorite rapper is. It's time for you to be whoever you are. Create that. You know what I mean? Bring the attention to that. And for me as an artist, if you're not comfortable with who you are and you don't like what you see in the mirror, you shouldn't pick up a pen and a pad because I don't want you to get on here lying and, you know what I'm saying, writing checks that you can't cash, you feel me? So, you know what I mean, that's my thing. So overall, I just think a lot of artists think the shit just look easy and it's not. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, again, like I said, what works for another individual, that doesn't necessarily mean it works for you. You know what I'm saying? You have to do what works for you. You got to do what feels good. That's how you're going to see the progress in what you're doing. Trying to do what another artist does or take his whole style and damn near do exactly what he's doing, you're going to get clowned for that. And you're not going to realize that till you start getting clowned. And you only could blame yourself because if you were true to yourself, you wouldn't have to worry about that.
You just spoke about progression, which was actually the direction I was about. So many artists, they want to get in the studio, make music, release track after track after track that sounds the same, and they're just constantly putting out music. But in themselves as an artist, in themselves as an individual, there's no growth. There's no progression, as you just stated. You yourself as an artist, how important is it for you to be able to see growth in yourself as an artist and see growth in yourself as a man? You know what I'm saying? Because, like I stated, a lot of people are just so interested in putting the music out that they're not focused on being able to hear growth or see growth. They just want to put the music out. So is it really important? I mean, hell, I know it's important, but, you know,
I mean,
is it important?
Growth is important. Absolutely. It's big. It's huge. It's huge. Because my thing is, if you're not getting any better, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like a NBA point guard just coming in the league, if he's scoring 14 points his rookie year, you know, next year he's going to try to go for like 18, 20, year 3, then the 23. That's you want your numbers to progress. You just don't want to be vanilla. You know what I'm saying? You gotta want to improve. You gotta want to be better. And then, you know, you got some cats that are just content with what they have and where they at because it requires no work. We got a lot of folk want to play it safe. You know what I mean? And the shit that you really want to do, it requires work. You got to get out there. You got to get dirty. You got to get some dirt underneath your nails. You got to be soul waking up the next morning. If you don't have any of those going on, then you're not about no progress. So, and you know, and it's a mixture of who your surrounding is too. If you're around a bunch of sheep, you're gonna get sheep results. If you got some wolves around, you got some alphas around, and you don't mind being challenged, you're gonna progress and not even know it because you're around. Not you know what I mean? Because you're around ain't gonna let you stay where you at. And you know, and I think that I've been, you know what I'm saying? I've been fortunate on that end because I have friends that I grew up with, acquaintances that I built strong family-type relationships with, and, you know, some of my OG cousins who mentored me through my artist development, they were nice with me, and I appreciated that. They didn't sugarcoat anything with me. They'll let me know, like, hey, you got to try to do this, you got to try to do that, this, that, and third. And to me, when somebody tries to make an adjustment on what I'm doing, I take it as you give a damn, you want to see me win. Exactly. And if you just like, yeah, that's good. You want to go to the next one? You know what I mean? You just here breathing in air like me. And if you're not here to make me better, and you can't make each other better, what are we doing?
What are you here for?
Life is all about progress. You know what I mean? Life is all about progress. You know what I'm saying? Just like a business. The numbers that you did in 2019, you want to surpass that 2020. You don't want to stay at the same place or take a step back. And taking a step back, that means you got to triple the work to get past where you was at before and then some more. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just a mixture of, goes back to being comfortable with yourself, how bad you want it, and your surroundings. And if you got, like I said, if you're surrounded by wolves, you're going to get wolf results because only metal can sharpen metal.
So in what ways has your newer music changed from when you first started?
It started changing when Woody Kane and I started traveling and moving around more. You know, we met in Atlanta, and you know when we started traveling, we was going to Houston, LA, DMV, you know, back home to South Florida where we from. I'm from Palm Beach, we're from Miami. You know what I mean? And kind of bouncing around in some of those places, especially in Houston and LA, we were able to add different sounds to what we were doing because we were kind of just very aggressive South when we were just coming in. And then, you know, when we started moving around, like, hey, man, let's try this, let's try that. You know what I mean? And we were never scared to try different sounds. You know what I'm saying? Just to, you know, just to widen the range, challenge ourselves, you know what I mean, and add on to the artistry. So, and again, like I said, being around different artists, you know what I'm saying, features that changed up also because you want to show your best on the feature. You don't want to get ate up on a record such as it's your record. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, it's quite a few things, but you know, just to narrow it down, I think with just moving around, you know what I mean, networking with different people, getting with different producers, and wanting to step outside, we was able to get those results, and we heard the difference. We hear the difference every time.
Okay, so I want to jump into your first track we got. It's entitled Free Game. What was the writing process like for that track?
Free Game. That's a funny story. What happened was I was in the studio, me and my engineer, big up the C-Reeves. We was in the studio, and you know, we was going. This is when we was recording the Bosses Roundtable. Just we were still recording, putting songs together, and then we was just going through some tracks, and then that beat came up, and you know, C-Reeves was just like, "Yo, what you doing with that?" I was just like, "Shit, I don't know yet. I've been listening to it a lot, but I don't know where to begin. I don't know nothing." He said, "Shit, I tell you what, you're not recording shit till you write to that track right there." I was like, "Damn, really?" He said, "Yep, because that got to go on your project. You got to have that on your project. But yeah, so if you want to record, you better get to writing that beat." So I tapped in. I locked in with that. Yeah, like I had a choice, right? So I tapped in. I bear-hugged that shit for like a good 72 hours, and I came up with Free Game. And then even I had to start the song. I don't know where to begin, but fuck it. and I just let it rip, you know. Broke night a couple times reciting and doing all that. So I get my ass back to the studio, and that's how Free Game got put together. So Free Game was produced by the Shitmates, and y'all can thank C-Reeves for that song to be done right there.
All right, so go ahead and introduce your track to the people.
Yes, your boy Wayz Da Don. Free Game, produced by the Shipmates, available on the Bosses Roundtable, which is available on all music apps. Y'all tap in with me.
This is Free Game. Just need a moment of your time, won't cost you a thing. This is Free Game. Just need a moment of your time, won't cost you a thing. This is Free Game. Just need a moment of your time, won't cost you a thing. This is Free Game. Just need a moment of your time, won't cost you a thing. I don't know where to begin, but fuck it. Wanna press your luck, go ahead and try me, nigga. I ain't that nigga you wanna fuck with. My temper short, nigga, your jaw, I tap it. That fuck shit y'all on, y'all can miss me with it. I'm just trying to secure a bag and that about it. Y'all be putting on for hoes, y'all can keep those. Been there, done that, learn lessons from those. I'm just out here trying to live that good life. Put in work with Woody Kane, nigga, that Rawlife. In and out of state, shaking off that jet lag. Y'all see how we grind, nigga, I don't mean to brag. We be ripping through the clouds, soaring, being different cities torn. Making power moves while y'all window shopping Jordan. Knee deep in the trenches, creating balance. In the hills in LA or at Vegas at Caesar Palace. That's that Don shit. Valet parking, red carpet, don't give a fuck what it cost shit. Grind hard, play hard, I don't know nothing else. Keep it authentic, do it like no one else. Respect is priority where I come from. Ain't none of that back and forth where I come from. Can't be scared to play in the mud where I come from. Palm Beach go 4-on-4 where I come from. Gotta make my presence felt. While I'm on the surface, while y'all mumbling fuck shit, my bars filled with purpose. When the beats apply pressure, the fuck boys get nervous. Tired of y'all niggas doing the game of disservice. What the fuck you think I'm here for, cuz? It's time to bring that real back, get shit back on track, cuz. I got it. This shit been way overdue. I held back for too long, now watch how I do. Watch me. Y'all be skipping steps, not trusting the process. Getting lost in the sauce, my team making progress. Sipping top shelf, smoking on the best best. While them haters stress, cause we dripping with success. I know I got now, fuck who got left. When you speak of ways, you can't compare me to the rest. This is free game, just need a moment of your time, won't cost you a thing. This is free game, just need a moment of your time, won't cost you a thing. This is free game, just need a moment of your time, won't cost you a thing. This is free game, just need a moment of your time, won't cost you a thing.
Hey, you were tuned into another episode of Two Lit Tuesdays right here on Endie Fiya with your girl, Nakia, and my very, very special guest, hip-hop artist Wayz Da Don. I'm tired. I was up in here dancing. Y'all know me. I need to sit down. I'm too old for this shit. Woo, gosh.
I'm glad you vibing. Nah, never too old. We getting wiser. We don't get older. We get wiser. You feel me?
Oh, that's what. Most definitely. But, like, I'm a grandmother now, right? So I've only been a grandmother for 8 months, but I've technically been a grandmother for like 2 months. I just found out 2 months ago. So
okay.
It's all new to
Congratulations.
me. And so
that's a blessing.
Thank you. Yes, a huge blessing. And so I feel like every time there's something that occurs, I always say that's my excuse now. I'm old because I'm a grandmother. Like, I feel like I shouldn't be a grandmother at 45. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm a grandmother, so that's my excuse. But most definitely, you know, wiser, more knowledgeable. You know, I don't know if you saw my post earlier, but like I completely forgot that I'm getting another degree next month, and I'm going to get this degree regardless. But I'm going to miss graduation because of all of, you know, this that's going on. So they sent this email out. Wow. Apparently they sent it out last month, like a month ago, that graduation was being pushed back until December. Well, I missed the email. So they sent the email out today because they wanted you to confirm, you know, acknowledgement of the email. And I was like, oh, well, it doesn't matter because I've walked so many times, you know, before. I just want to just send me the paper. That's all I need. Just give me the paper, you know, get my credentials, and I'm good to go. I don't even care about the graduation. But, you know, I want to say, I want to, you know, put this in here just a moment. So there's so many parents that are down right now because, you know, your child is missing, and the parent as well. You're missing such a monumental moment in your child's life. You know, you have played and you have worked so hard to ensure that your child gets to their junior or their senior prom, and, you know, they get to graduate, and they're not going to be able to walk the stage, especially those May graduations and possibly June graduations as well. Don't let this get you down. There are so many ways that you can commemorate this occasion and acknowledge your senior. There are so many people that are making this possible for your child. So don't let this be a discouraging time in your life or your child's life. You know what I'm saying? Keep your heads lifted and do everything possible. There are people that are adopting seniors, you know what I'm saying, to make, when I say seniors, I ain't talking senior citizens, all right? I'm talking the class of 2020, you know, Somebody today thought they was talking about senior citizens, and so they listed all these nursing homes so they can adopt a senior. No, I'm in the class of 2020, so that, if you're financially struggling, there are people that are willing to step up and make sure that your child has a very memorable, occasion. All right, they're not crossing the stage. They're still going to get their diploma, but we want to make sure that these kids are recognized for their hard work, their commitment, and their dedication. All right, so, parents, just seek those many avenues that are out there for you. All right, I just wanted to throw that in there. What's a typical day like for you? I know that you got a full-time job, but when do you find time to step into the studio and make these banging tracks? When you got time to do that?
Ooh, man, tell you the truth, I don't know, goddamn know. To be real with you, like, it just happens so fast, man. Like, I'm just so tapped in. It's just all the scheduling, really, because because like I'm an artist last. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man first.
I feel you.
Then I'm a husband.
I feel you.
I'm a father, provider. You feel me? I be stepping it up when I'm at the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I be seeing a plate, though. I don't eat meat. I don't eat meat, but I be seeing a plate. I was picking your plate apart the other day. I was like, man, I can get them babies, yo.
Y'all tell me that y'all don't eat meat. Y'all killed me with that. You gonna hop back over the fence. You fucking with me. I promise. But I just I try to just prioritize. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure my household good before I step into the studio, before I go out of town or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I know once the forefront is good, everything will line itself up after that. You know what I'm saying? So typical day for me: get up in the morning, I go to work, I come home, I get bum rushed at the door, which is humbling.
Yes.
That's a blessing of its own, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? I wind down, you know what I mean? I catch up with the old lady, you know what I mean? I give out my orders, I scream, I shout, typical parent shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Wifey you know what I mean? Wifey got the patience, so she handles the homework. Salute to her, big, humongous, gigantic salute to her, because she got to juggle three different personalities.
Most definitely.
So, I'll step in, I'll step in the kitchen. She at the table with it, you know what I'm saying? So by the time she's done, I'm done. You know what I mean? We get them fed, washed up, they take their ass to bed, and, we nightcap it up. And shit, it's a repeat the next day on an off day, you know what I'm saying? I'll tap in, you know what I'm saying, with C-Reeves. We get it there for a good 4 to 6 hours, and we just walk it through. And I just, put the work in, trust the process, and whatever the results is, that's what it is. I just, as long as I know I give it 100, I can live with it.
True. This is the question I normally ask for my female artists, because females are just so petty. All right, they just petty. You know what I'm saying? They don't ever.
Let's talk on.
Yes, they don't. This doesn't even have to apply to female artists. This is just females in general. They don't ever want to see one another exceed. They always want to pull each other down. You know what I'm saying? And I hate that. I don't run with those type of females, but I see it.
Right.
But as a male independent artist, have you ever, suffered any type of resistance or skepticism from other male artists in the industry?
Yeah. Everybody ain't gonna like what you do, or you know what I mean, or they can't stand the fact that they can't do what you do. So the only way they can respond to that is to hate. Bad decision. Just make them pay for it. To me, I embraced it in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? When Woody and I was just starting, some cat was throwing some darts at me. But at that time, I wasn't with that you know, back and forth this record, I was ready to pull up, you know what I mean, because I'm from that era, you feel me?
Right.
So,
right.
because I ain't with all that battle, you know what I mean, that battle rap and all that, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you see me on a regular basis, you don't say nothing, but, you know what I mean, once you step in the studio, you turn into somebody else, but not nor here nor there. But, you know, he ended up, you know, hanging himself on his own rope, and I was green to promotion and things of that nature. And real talk, what he really did for me was set the stage up for Woody Kane and myself. Because when he was doing his little foolery on the YouTube, it kind of set up for our debut video for Sushi, and then that just, you know what I mean, took him off the map right there. You know what I'm saying? And then we set a slug at him towards the end. You know what I'm saying? He knew who it was for. But looking back at it now, you know, he really kind of set the stage for us, you know what I mean, by coming at us. And again, you know what I mean, you got a couple of artists that gonna talk their shit, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you know, we're confident in what we do. We have a resume to back up what we do. You know what I mean? Our work speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? We respect it everywhere we go. You know what I'm saying? To me, respect outlasts anything. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, as long as I have that, I'm really, if I'm respected by the right people, that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? Like a fellow artist, you know what I mean? We colleagues. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in your way because I don't want you to get in mine. We could work together for sure. I'm always down to work, build bridges. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I've had little, you know what I'm saying, little quarrels here and there. And I remember one time we was in L.A., you know what I mean, we got a good response from the crowd. But then when, you know what I mean, the local cat went up, you know, and I could be honest, you know what I mean, his music was weak and it was dated. And, you know what I mean? And then, you know, I was trying to converse with him outside and he was just like real salty. Like iodized salt, you feel me? Yeah. And I was just like, damn, bro, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, there's a few times that Woody and I showed cats up in their own city, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it is what it is. It's wildlife. That's how we live. That's how we live. And, you know, nothing's really changed. You know what I mean? But I don't get caught up in the hate because I know at the end of the day, everybody ain't going to like what I do or, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So, and I'm not here to make everybody happy because I can't. It's impossible. So, the important people, I make sure that they're happy. And, again, I put the work in, trust the process, trust God, live with the results. I keep it pushing.
All right. I want to jump into your next track. I haven't heard this one. I normally wait until, you know, I get on the show. I could be just as surprised as the listening audience is. But, you know, I had to listen to Coco, which made me listen to Coco again, which made me listen to Coco. That's like my favorite. Then I had to, you know, listen to Free Game. But I said I'm a hold off on If I Want To. So, you know, what's the story behind If I Want To?
If I Want To, okay. Well, If I Want To, I was sitting on the track for a little bit, and you know, just started like I said, bear hugging the track, so to say, and I just felt like it was missing some type of energy on there, and I was following this artist that goes by the name of Exile, and I happened to watch one of his music videos. Can't remember the name of the song for the life of me, but I liked his delivery, his cadence, his energy, and it sounded like it was kind of in the same arena as the track that I had. And, you know, I never really had no conversation with him like that, so I just tapped in, you know, introduced myself, whoop, whoop, and then I was just like, yo, I got this track. It could use a hook and a bridge, and I hear you on there. I send it to him. He got back with me in a couple of days. He sent me a rough draft. It was a go. A couple of weeks later, he actually went to the studio, laid it down, took it to the studio over here with C-Reeves, and we went to work. So basically, If I Want To, we just talking that shit. It's an energy track. You know what I mean? Bounce around, it's going to make you move, you know what I'm saying? You know, and I get a chance to kind of play around with different flows on that record as well. Track done by Digital Beats. Shout out to my guy 3D. Shout out to my man Johannes Allen. You feel me? So that's the story behind that right there. So big up to Exile for jumping on there with me. Wayz Da Don featuring Exile, If I Want To. Produced by Digital Beats.
I can hit a lick if I want to. I can hit your bitch if I want to. Keep a hitter by my side if I want to. Look you dead off in your eye, what you gon' do? I be talking shit cause I want to. I can get you hit if I want to. Niggas carry yapping about what they gon' do. I be working cause I want to. That mean the beast coming. Got my collar off, pussy nigga better get the run. Take off. I'm in the fast lane, you in the school zone. Handling big business, better keep up, get the fuck on, get dumped on with missiles, grenades, choppers, a cedar, machete. Ain't shit changed, she'll turn your ass into confetti. Hanging out that box Chevy, spraying like graffiti. Brains on the floor, looking like wasted spaghetti. This Rawlife Ent, puss that nigga, what the fuck you thought? Ain't shit safe out here, my nigga, your life could get bought. Let your mouth get you a jam you can't get out of. Cause I'm that nigga that you really don't want no park. You don't want the shovel in the backseat, ready dig up a hole. Dump your ass off in that water, sharks eat you a hole. If you won't, make all this shit unfold. But I'm trying to keep my cool, you don't want the beast to lose control. Moving through the city, this is mine right here. Oh, you talking crazy, get you lying right here. Dealing with a psycho you ain't never seen. Be gone before you know it, then I flee the scene. There's money to be made, why you fucking round? We gon' have to call her back, cause we fucking now. I've been all about my business, what you heard, boy. Speaking bad about my name, get you hurt, boy. I can hit a lick if I want to. I can hit your bitch if I want to. Keep a hitter by my side if I want to. Look you dead off in your eye, what you gon' do? I be talking shit cause I want to. I can get you hit if I want to. Niggas capping, yapping about what they gon' do. I be working cause I want to. Niggas got a lot to say till I pull up. Don't switch your tone now, pussy nigga gon' speak up. I can't hear you, my nigga speak up. Trembling, stuttering, words getting tripped up. You know I ain't rap too tight, got a few screws loosened up. Some of y'all be playing hard, but I see right through it. Just another fraud nigga, green like St. Patrick. You ain't about half the shit you speak on. My presence speaks for itself, niggas know what I be on. I ain't gotta flex cause I'm good everywhere. Whether I'm back at the crib or out the country, nigga, anywhere. It don't matter, nigga. Walk with my head held high, with my chest out. Fucking right. Say what the fuck I mean, cause leave my nuts out. No time for that fuck shit, I ain't here for games. Strictly about business cause create my own lane. I'm a frontline grinder, work through all my pains. If you can't see that, my nigga, I can fix your frame. Moving through the city, this is mine right here. Oh, you talking crazy, get you lying right here. Dealing with a psycho you ain't never seen. Be gone before you know it, then I flee the scene. There's money to be made, why you fucking round? We gon' have to call her back, cause we fucking now. I've been all about my business, what you heard, boy. Speaking bad about my name, get you hurt, boy. I can hit a lick if I want to. I can hit your bitch if I want to. Keep a hitter by my side if I want to. Look you dead off in your eye, what you gon' do? I be talking shit cause I want to. I can get you hit if I want to. Niggas capping, yapping about what they gon' do. I be working cause I want to.
Hey yo, what's good? It's your boy Juice from the Scarfella Music Group, and you on the air with the hottest station. Endie Fiya, with your host, Lil Timmy and Nakia. Right here, on the station, bringing you all the hottest hip-hop hits. Endie Fiya, let's get it.
We're tuned in to another episode of Two Lit Tuesdays right here on Endie Fiya with your girl, Nakia, and my special guest, hip-hop artist, Wayz Da Don. And that right there was If I Want To. Oh, you know what? I don't know. I might have a new favorite. I don't. Let me go listen to Coco again.
Appreciate that.
I don't know. I kind of like that. Yo, I'm tired. Yo, my assistant is in here looking at me like I'm crazy as hell because I had to open up the Tennessee whiskey and I'm just. I'm like, yeah,
no doubt. That's the vibe. That's the vibes I was trying to bring. So I'm glad you did that for sure. Appreciate that. Oh, and also Exile from Queens also. So I had to I had to tap in. Yeah, big up the Exile. You got to tap in with my guy Exile. He a dog.
Yes, yo, you need to hook that up.
Say no more. I'm just done.
Yes. All right, so the best piece of advice in the business that you actually follow so far?
Staying true to myself, which was easy, and pay attention to my surroundings. And that's gotten much better. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning, when we just started off with Muscle Lake Music, it was 6 deep. The energy was phenomenal, but there was no cohesiveness. I was trying to the point where I was gonna put the artistry on pause just to put Woody Kane and the others set up, and I also had a female artist, but truth came out, and when the smoke cleared, it was just Woody Kane and myself looking at each other, so we just buckled up, you know what I mean, and just went to work. And, ever since then, me and him kind of been like Siamese twins. And we just, communication's on another level. And, we just speak on what we see and how we feel, just so there's no doubt, there's no head scratchers. And, again, we're men, so men shouldn't have any issues discussing anything, especially when there's progress involved. You know what I'm saying? So, again, just like I said, the surroundings, because who you think is for you is not, you know what I mean? And I done gave my best to some folk that weren't worthy, you know what I'm saying? To the point where I done even looked up the certain folk that I don't even want to deal with or be around like that today, you know what I'm saying? So, but I'm glad for those lessons because it made me who I am today. You feel me? And it raised my awareness. You know what I'm saying? So, it also helped me detect bullshit when it's en route to me, especially if it's right in front of my face. You know what I'm saying? So, but those basically been the rules of the music speaks for us. You know what I mean? The music is going to do what it's going to do. You know what I'm saying? Because it's bigger than music. Like, that's the easiest part of all this. You know what I mean? It starts with the mental. You know what I mean? And if your mental ain't right, expect everything not to line up as well. You know what I mean? Just being real. You know what I'm saying? And that's just not just music. That's just with anything you do in life. You know what I mean? So that's been basically it. And again, like I said, man, I've been able to make some better decisions with my surroundings. And I got folk around me who give a damn, push me, who challenge me, who gonna critique me. And it comes all from a positive place, and that keeps my fire burning. You know what I'm saying? It makes me want to get better and continue to grow and progress, so on and so forth.
Now, I know that you've had obstacles, you've had trials, you've had tribulations, but you've had just as many successes as well. And I know that you're nowhere near where you want to be as an artist. How do you think that you can become a better artist?
become a better artist. Okay. There's really no right answer to that. I just more like you gotta do what feels good. You know what I'm saying? And you can't be scared to try different things because as an artist, you know what I mean. I think one of the main attributes that come with that is you have to be willing to challenge yourself. You gotta be willing to change it up. You gotta be willing to step outside your comfort zone. And for me, I've done my best work. I've responded best outside of my comfort zone. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like that's made me a better artist. You know what I mean? And the fact of, you know, what I grew up listening to and what I stumbled across in different genres that I tap into every now and again. You know, I feel like that expands the artistry as well. You know what I'm saying? But that's basically it. That's my approach. You know, don't be scared to try new things. Like Coco, that was stepping way outside my box. You know what I'm saying? And I just gave it a shot, and I took my time, and I've done records for the ladies somewhat, but you know, I just felt like this was gonna be different. You know what I'm saying? Especially it's my solo joint or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, stepping outside the box is big. If you're not willing to do that, then you kind of, you know what I mean, do yourself a disservice, especially when it comes to, like we've been talking about pretty much this whole interview, progress. Progress, you got to want progress. You got to want to be better. You got to want to get better. And, you know, that's one of the things that you got to tap into, I feel. You got to challenge yourself.
So it's like we've been in sync, like the whole interview, because that would have been my last question for you. So I want you just to, you know, expand upon that answer right there. If there's an artist that's listening right now, whether, you know, they be male or female, and they may be new to all of this, but they've listened to your music, you know, and they think, you know, I think I have what it takes. You know, I've listened to his bio. I've seen, you know, where he's come from. I recognize the growth in his music. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I got what it takes to make it as an artist as well. But this individual has a bit of a fear factor, and they really do not know the next step that they need to take and the direction that they need to go in. What piece of advice could you offer to this aspiring artist?
Okay. Well, first and foremost, you gotta be willing to invest in yourself. Ain't nothing out here free. Studio time costs, beat costs, promotion costs, marketing costs, photo shoots costs, visuals costs. Going through distribution, whether it's DistroKid or whichever alley you choose to walk down, at costs. So I'd say start off with your budgeting. That's key. And dead people make people move. Meaning that if you ain't showing no money, ain't nobody gonna move. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
That's right.
You feel me? So when you start waving dead people in front of folk, the movement is different. If you just talking, don't expect any movement. And also with budgeting, also remember you get what you pay for. So if you're gonna try to shoot a video for a song, if buddy like y'all hook it up, I'll do it for $100. Don't be pissed off when your video looks like $100 video when you're done. do you know what I'm saying? Do your research. You know what I mean? Some of your peers that got five cameramen that bring the visuals out, tap in with them. You got to build relationships with, you know what I mean, engineers, cameramen, photographers, anything that you know that you need. You have to find a way to build a bridge with those individuals to make it easier for you. And they're going to work just as hard as you are. They're just going to see. So if you're going to half-ass, you know, expect half-ass results, you know. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, and waving money at folks sometimes don't do anything either. Some folks just take your bread, you know what I mean, pump your head up and still sit down and look at you. So, you know, be active. You know what I'm saying? You have to be active. There's footwork you got to put in. You got to talk to people. You got to shake things down. You got to ask questions. You can't assume. You want to know exactly what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got to have a budget. Don't look for a manager unless you have income coming in, because that's what he does. You see what I'm saying? Manages the things that are coming your way, and he breaks it down and sets the schedule up for you, and he assembles a team to assist him. So all you got to do is just show up, and everybody gets paid. The process, and also being a music artist, the music ain't enough. How the game is now, and what I mean is what I mean is, like, say for instance, I know you don't eat meat, but you go to a barbecue spot. Every meat they offer two sides. If you want the meat by itself, that's cool. But again, you know, like I said, music and food for me, that's always that's my favorite metaphor. You know what I'm saying? So every barbecue spot you go to, you're gonna get a meat and two sides. The meat is the music. What are your two sides?
Right.
What else are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Are you gonna do clothing? Are you gonna are you gonna do some type of apparel, some type of merchandise? Tap into some acting. You know what I mean? Get with some writers, try to get a role, and I feel like that's a dope transition, because my partner who did Queenpin, he wrote the whole thing, shot it, and he already had the script wrote out for me. Like, he was like, "Yeah, you gotta do this shit right here." I was just like, "I don't even know what the hell I'm doing." He said, "Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You gonna read this shit. You gonna memorize it, just like how you do your rhymes. It's the same thing." You know, and for music artists, you don't even know if you do shoot videos and you have a decent amount of videos, you're a slick actor, because you done wrote your own script, which is your song, and you got with a cameraman, and you know what I mean, y'all put the visual together, y'all put y'all thoughts together, and you brought it through the song. You know what I'm saying? So you prepping yourself for that. So a screenwriter could see a song that you did. You know what I mean? He might have a role for you. You might just really just fit in it like a hand in the glove. So, you know what I mean? Try to figure out what your size is going to be with that meat. You feel me? And trust yourself. Trust the process. Do your research. Read. Ask questions. Shake shit down. If you get that spin in your stomach, listen to it. That means go sit your ass down and reevaluate. It's okay. And it's a marathon, not a sprint. Got to walk this shit out. You fuck around, skip steps, you got to start all the way in the back of the line. And not everybody got time for that. So, there it is, free game. They ain't going to tell you that. And that's it. And make sure your, you know what I mean, your BMI, ASCAP, you know what I mean, make sure your legs is covered with the publishing and all that good stuff. Make sure you sealed up. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, if you got to go to court and all that, we'll shut all that shit down. Is evidence. Paperwork, whatever they ask for, you have the president. The other party doesn't. Guess who got the dub? You do.
You, yep.
So that's basically it.
No, he was on point. I tell you guys, when we have the artists on the show and they're dropping these gems, don't just sit on them. You know what I'm saying? Soak all of this up and make it applicable to not only your music career, but your life, too. A lot of those, you know, gems that he dropped, you can make them apply to your life as well. So don't just sit on that shit, all right? Use them. Free game, like you said. All.
You got to move.
That's right.
You got to use, you got to use the resources that are around you. Everybody's budget different. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying just go get the most expensive shit, because that don't mean anything either. You know what I mean? Like I said, just budget wisely. You know, your necessities, the shit that you need, see about that first. You know what I'm saying? That's going to put you in position to get what you want. You can't come out wanting shit and you ain't got shit. You ain't offering nothing. you coming in ready to go to the back of the line.
That's right.
You feel me? So it's just like I said, man, a lot of this shit is just common sense. And it's so sad that shit lacks in today. Because motherfuckers think they could just shortcut the ground. You can't do that.
Can't do it.
You can't do that. Everything has a process. Everything got certain things have instructions and manuals and things of that nature for a reason. If you choose not to follow that, or the shit don't come out how it's supposed to, but look at the person in the mirror. That's what you have to be upset with, straight up.
There you go. All right, so I want to go ahead because we're gonna close out. We're gonna close out with Coco. So I want to go ahead. No doubt. Coco is the slow vibe for the ladies, again featuring Micahfonecheck.
Absolutely.
But I want to go ahead and give you the opportunity to get all of your contact information out for those who may be listening live, for those who may come back and listen to one of the many playback shows. If they're interested in, getting your music, they want to get you on tour. I don't know, they want to collab with you. For whatever reason, they get in contact with you. The floor is now yours to get all of that information out.
Yeah, man. No doubt, man. Just to make it real easy, tap in with me on IG at Rawlife Ent 561. You can also email me for if you want to collab, send beats, auditions, whatever. I'm open to whatever. I've been hosted an event or two before too. So like I said, wide range over here. You know what I'm saying? You can get at me rawlife2k18@gmail.com. And once you tap in, I'm going to get right back with you. And we start building the bridge. Just don't come at me with no pump faking or no foolery. You feel me? I'm hungry out here. You feel me? Got kids to feed. You know what I'm saying? I got some wolves with me. Whatever my plate look like, their plate got to look the same. So make sure you come correct. I want your plate to look the same like that, too, when you come do business with me. That's how it goes.
There you go. All right, guys, make sure that you're right back here on Thursday at 30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're closing out the month of April. Closing out the month of April.
No doubt.
We have author and inspirational speaker Davon Taylor from the Western Kentucky University. Yeah, Mr. Freshman 2019 is going to be here with us on Thursday. He says he just wants to speak to the people. He wants to spread some inspiration, some motivation, some encouragement to offer you some faith and some healing throughout this pandemic. So we're going to give him the opportunity and the platform to be able to do so here on Endie Fiya, Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure that you're right back here with us. All right, guys, closing out April. This right here is Coco featuring Wayz Da Don. Wayz Da Don featuring Micahfonecheck. Y'all better love it as much as I do. All right? Y'all have a good night.
No doubt. Salute.
Time you come around, you kill my sweet tooth. You the insulin shot I want if I get diabetes. Wanna make you happy, neck your wrist filled with VVs. Shot me with a Cupid arrow, can't pull it out. Like when I'm in that Coco, ain't no pulling out. The sign of your moaning, I swear keep me going. As I continue to swim deeper in your ocean. I'll be your front line soldier, feelings all listed. You bring a side out of me I didn't know existed. You that 180, complete the 360. Your joy smiling comfort shows when you get around me. Feels too good to be true, just gotta trust the process. We got bright days ahead, best believe I got it. I'm in it for the long run. You dealing with a thoroughbred now. I'm about to show you how it's done. I want all your sugar. Give me that Coco. 'Cause I just can't get enough. Here, Coco. Baby, don't go before I get some. Give me that sweet thing. I want all your sugar. Want you all to myself. Damn right, I'm selfish. I'ma be the one deliver everything you wish. Might be a tall task, but I embrace the challenge. I'ma play my part. maintain the balance. When it come to you, I can't get enough. Your boy be going crazy about that Coco puff. The way that box be soaking, feel like the faucet running. Shouting out my name while I'm steady stroking. I aim to please, cater to all your needs. Rocking my last name, father all you see. My actions speak volumes, just follow me. Lead block like Rasmus, hella yards to carry. About to show you things that you ain't never seen before. Take you to places that you ain't never been before. Nothing but the best, cause you deserve it. I'm all in it with you, cause to me you're worth it.